What if I told you that the most powerful weapon in the world is not a gun, not a bomb, not even an army, but truth itself? Now imagine a world where truth is not discovered, but manufactured, where history changes every day, where words lose meaning, where even your thoughts are not your own. Welcome to the world of 1984, a world where freedom does not disappear overnight. It disappears slowly, quietly, systematically. And by the time you realize it, it is already too late. In this future world, civilization is divided into 3 superstates: Oceania, Eurasia, and Eastasia. They are always at war. But here is the strange truth. No one remembers when the wars started. No one knows why they continue. And no one is allowed to question it. In Oceania, everything is controlled by one absolute authority: the party. And above the party stands a figure, half real, half myth: Big Brother. His face appears everywhere, on walls, on screens, in homes. And always, the message is the same: Big Brother is watching you. In this controlled world lives a man named Winston Smith. He is not a hero. He is not a rebel, at least not yet. He works at the Ministry of Truth, but paradoxically, his job is not to tell the truth. His job is to destroy it. Winston edits newspapers, rewrites records, and alters history. If the party says Oceania was always at war with Eurasia, then all evidence of the opposite is erased. History becomes whatever the party needs it to be. But Winston begins to feel something dangerous. A question, a doubt, a crack in belief.
In Oceania, even thinking is dangerous. There is a crime called thoughtcrime. Not action, not speech, just thought. Winston begins to think things he should not think. He wonders, was the past real? Is the party always right? Or is truth being destroyed? He begins secretly writing a diary. In this world, writing thoughts is rebellion, because to think freely is to become an enemy of the state.
Every home contains a device called a telescreen. It watches you. It listens to you. It never turns off. Even your expressions are monitored. Even your silence is suspicious. Children are trained to spy on parents. Love is controlled. Emotions are regulated. Language itself is reduced into newspeak, a language designed to make rebellion impossible. If you do not have words for freedom, you cannot even think about freedom. One day, Winston meets Julia. At first, he believes she is loyal to the party, but he is wrong. Julia is also a rebel, but in a different way. She does not question ideology. She simply breaks rules secretly. Together, Winston and Julia begin a forbidden relationship. In Oceania, love is not personal. It is political. So their relationship becomes an act of rebellion. They meet in secret. They hide from surveillance. They create a small illusion of freedom. For the first time, Winston feels alive. They rent a room above an old shop. Inside that room, there is no telescreen. At least, they believe so. They talk freely. They love freely. They imagine they are outside the system. But in this world, there is no outside. Freedom in Oceania is always an illusion, designed to be discovered later and destroyed. Winston believes he has found an ally, a powerful inner party member named O'Brien. O'Brien seems different. He speaks differently. He thinks differently. Winston believes he is part of a resistance group called the Brotherhood. O'Brien gives Winston a forbidden book. Inside it is the truth about power. Power is not a means. Power is the goal. The party does not exist to serve the people. The people exist to serve the party. But this hope is a trap. One day, everything collapses. Winston and Julia are arrested. There was never any safety. There was never any rebellion. It was all a controlled experiment. O'Brien was not a rebel. He was the system itself. Winston is taken away. Julia is taken away. And reality itself begins to break. Despite its name, this is the place where love is destroyed. Winston is tortured, not to punish him, but to rebuild him. Pain becomes a tool of education. Truth becomes flexible. Reality becomes negotiable. O'Brien reveals the core philosophy. The party does not seek truth. The party defines truth. If the party says 2 + 2 = 5, then it becomes reality. Finally, Winston is taken to room 101. Every human has a fear that breaks them completely. For Winston, it is rats. When faced with his greatest fear, Winston breaks. He betrays Julia, not out of hatred, but out of survival. And in that moment, the last piece of his old self disappears. Winston is released, but he is no longer Winston. He walks through the world like an empty vessel. No rebellion remains. No doubt remains. Only obedience. He sits in a cafe. He watches propaganda. He accepts it. And finally, inside his mind, the last sentence is rewritten. I love Big Brother. 1984 is not just a story. It is a warning. A warning about control of information, manipulation of truth, destruction of individuality, and the quiet death of freedom. Because the most dangerous prison is the one where the prisoner believes he is free. And that is the story of 1984. If this story made you think deeper about truth, freedom, and reality itself, then you are exactly the kind of listener this channel was created for. This is Listen with Ryan. If you are new here, subscribe to the channel for more cinematic book summaries, deep storytelling, and powerful ideas from literature and history. And if you are already part of this journey, thank you for listening. Until the next story, stay curious and stay aware.